You never forget a good story. And that's the secret to learning English faster. The more you feel, the more you remember. So hit that like button, subscribe for more exciting adventures, and get ready to improve your English through real, emotional stories. It was one of those bucket list days. Cairo was dusty and loud, and everything moved fast. But near Giza, time felt different. The pyramids stood like ancient giants under the burning sun. And she was finally there. She arrived late in the afternoon. Most tourists came early to avoid the heat. But she liked late hours. Fewer crowds, better light for photos, and a quieter feeling. She walked slowly across the dry ground. The air smelled like sand and sun. Camels waited nearby, their heads swaying lazily. The stones of the Great Pyramid looked impossibly big, each one larger than a couch. She touched them, trying to imagine how old they really were. Thousands of years, and here they still stood. She took her time, climbed a little, sat on a step, closed her eyes, and listened to the wind. Most people had already left. Guards passed by once or twice, chatting in Arabic. One of them nodded at her and pointed at his watch. She nodded back, pretending to understand the exact time. She checked her phone. It was almost closing, but she just wanted a few more minutes. She walked around the back of the Great Pyramid, where fewer people go. The light was changing, soft and golden. She found a spot where shadows stretched long and dramatic, perfect for one last photo. She took a few. Then she noticed a small entrance, a low tunnel-like opening, just wide enough to walk through. She wasn't sure if it was open to visitors, but it didn't have a rope or a sign. She stepped in. It was cool inside, quiet. The air felt different, heavy with age. She didn't go far, just far enough to feel completely alone. She stood still. No footsteps, no sounds. Just her breath and ancient silence. She turned back after a minute, feeling both excited and a little nervous. She stepped out into the sunlight again, but something had changed. The square in front of the pyramid was empty. Totally empty. No tourists. No guards. Not even the camels. She blinked. Where was everyone? She walked fast toward the main path. No one. She reached the gate. Closed. She laughed quietly, not sure if she was supposed to panic. There was still one guard, far at the other end, waving his arms. She waved back and jogged toward him. He looked tired, a little annoyed, but not angry. He opened a side gate and pointed at his watch again, then at the setting sun. She said sorry, with a smile, and stepped through. He shook his head, but smiled too. She turned around one last time. The pyramid stood behind her, massive and silent in the fading light. And for a moment, it felt like they were just hers. No crowds, no noise, just her and 4,000 years of history. She had been the last person out. Not planned, not smart, but unforgettable. Ever stayed somewhere a little too long, just because it felt special? That's how the best stories start. And without even noticing, You just learned tons of useful English. If you've ever had an unforgettable travel moment, share it in the comments. And come back tomorrow for more.